And when the storms of life catch up with you, and there's no one in sight,
make dua to Allah to give you the strength to fight.
Through the rough times and into the light.
My brothers and sisters in Islam, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
What is this? You guys have to sleep or something? You know, the food making you sleepy? Let's try this again. My brothers and sisters in Islam, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I stand before you in a state of grief, because we, the Muslims, are no longer what we used to be. Our hearts stained with sins and our brains infected by this materialistic society. You see, I would guide you to the path of the righteous for sure, but I would like you to see what would become of me if we continue to stay impure. The paths are dark and the weather is dull. I'm gonna have to get a knife to engrave this into your skull, because the truth will burn through your eyes and make you blind. Your hearts will shake and you will despise the actions of the path that you have committed. Those days that you sinned, you wish you would have resisted. The temptations are your test, and if you break, you will need to fight in order to save your life, your soul, your destination, and the hereafter. Don't lead yourself into disaster, earthquakes of the mind and tornadoes of the soul. Don't become the VIP member of the fires of Jahannam. Hell, like church bells, let that word ring in your ear. Hell, will you be constantly punished by the creatures you will learn to fear? Creations whose sole purpose is to punish you. Screams and wishes.
Nah.
Dreams of the replenishment of life be given so that you can live once again and undo the mistakes you committed. Those temptations you should have resisted, you will plead for forgiveness. While the rapists, hypocrites, murderers, druggies, people that sniff do the same. Hell, where the smallest punishment you can receive is a smoldering ember being placed beneath the arc of your feet. Ember so hot that your brains will boil, as it was stated in the Quran. Are we willing to go through this? Do we have the strength to endure that pain?
No.
No man has on that day in which a father will fail to recognize his son, and a husband will fail to recognize his wife. Where every man and woman will stand alone with their deeds, ready to be faced with the greatest trial of their lives. Don't fall into the traps of the shayateen. Are we willing to go through this unprepared?
No.
No man can go through that alone. On that day which the prophets that have been promised Jannah will fear for the wrong deeds that they had committed. Who are we to rely on the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? My brothers and sisters, Allah is surely a Rahman, a Rahim, but we must strive to become a mu'min, not a mushrikeen. We must avoid the attacks of the shayateen so that on the day of judgment we are with the Muslimin, we are pure and clean. And I myself have seen the change in the hearts of Muslims. Change so great that the difference between the past and the present is like the distance between the earth and the sky. Do not deny the path that your mother and father began paving for you after they had given you birth. The path that you were a Muslim, not the one who follows his thirst, his desires, his nafs. Are you not thankful to Allah for making you a Muslim? That you had the luck, the destiny to be born into a Muslim family? فَبِعَيِّ آلَاءِ رَبِّكُمَا تُكَذِّبَانِ. Which of your Lord's favorites will you deny? I said, which of your Lord's favorites will you deny? Will you deny the family that you were blessed with? Whether they treat you right or wrong, they provided you with life, food, and shelter. And in your little hands they placed the Quran. But you, on the other hand, when tested by your lust, when alone with that girl, you committed acts unjust. Do you not fear the wrath of Allah? When your self-control was tested and you got caught for smoking, drinking, and drugs, you said, Wallahi, I didn't do it. Not a fear. You said that a little too fast. In the Quran it is said that every soul shall taste death. Not a single man or woman on this earth shall live forever. My brothers and sisters, on the day of judgment, there will be 70,000 chains tied to the fires of hell. Fires that will be angry and thirsty to punish those who had wronged their souls, the mushrikeen, those who had denied Allah, and those that strayed away from their deen, those that did not walk on the sirat al-mustaqim. And when the fires of hell are released, we will take the wrongdoers without a choice. Those that did wrong in this life will suffer for it in the next. And do not think that when I speak these words, I'm only saying this towards you, or I'm pointing someone out. I say this to myself before because my tongue is closest to my heart. And before this MSA dinner ends, I want us to start cleansing our souls and walking towards the right path, because life was given to us in breaths. We never know which one is our last.
Amazing.
When the storms of life catch up with you when there's no one in sight.
Make dua to Allah to give you the strength to fight
Through the rough times and into the light. Gardens of bliss, bricks of silver and gold, the smell of mist, perfume that would make you love and adore the eternity of peace and rewards that await for those who believe. Without a doubt, many people will rush for an invite into the deen, but hold up, many a times we take life with an ease because reality checks state if we can't see it, we aren't pleased. And for those who wait for a chance to see God's glorified gift, taking small acts to heart, in spite of the way our culture spins, the people who hold tight to the rope of Islam will definitely be invited onto the train of the believers that work right, but are considered estranged. For they are the ones who restrain from seeing and hearing wrong. People will think they're crazy when they're only reciting Quran, and maybe they don't listen to music or hang out of the norms of society, but surely they are the ones with true hearts full of piety. So I welcome all strangers to this one-time deal. Following the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was what kept things real. Loving Allah and His Messenger more than anything else. Promised you a ticket of paradise where you could chill with all your bro. These strangers have heroes too. From the time the truth was brought down, from Umar bin Khattab, the toughest dude to walk around, to Abu Bakr Siddiq and Musab ibn Umayr. The heroes of the past for all those who looked at with the stare, but don't feel bad if you're strange. For being strange should make you glad, because Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said, "Fi tuba lil ghuraba," and glad tidings to the strangers that differentiate from the rest. I may not know who you are, but Allah and His Rasul know best. Test after test, we go on glorifying God's beautiful message of peace and submission. These strangers suck in their deen and dunya with only the purest intentions and will be given a pension when their time will come close. Benefits of this life help these strangers attain for those, so inshallah we will stay strong for the sake of Allah and restrain from dangers, keeping our fellow brothers and sisters strong, so glad tidings to the strangers. So what can we learn?
What can we take in?
Do we live a life where we enjoy to disobey and sin?
Or do we turn towards the truth where our hearts will be filled with peace?
Following the message of God should help us attain ease. We should
Open our eyes before they close forever.
ask Allah to forgive us and keep this ummah together.
Inshallah.
And we promise you,
That if you turn to do what is right,
inshallah, we will all attain paradise. So thank you and have a good night. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.